It's more than march. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
It's the 2020 3C2A Men's Basketball Playoff Round 2 edition here from the Hornets' Nest. Mike Cepeda, Marcia Foster here from Fullerton College. A rematch of the 2017 state championship game in the 3C2A. San Diego with their first men's basketball state championship in that one. A buzzer beater. And it was, if you go back to 2017, Darian McLean, now playing overseas, went to Azusa Pacific afterwards, and this is a team, two teams that are very familiar with each other, especially when you start with the head coaches, Mitch Charlins and Perry Webster.
I think this game is going to be as exciting as they come. I was there for the championship game. It went down to the last shot. I mean, we have the tale of two teams, one that is averaging, fifth in the state, ranked fifth in the state with points, and the Fullerton College men who are first in field goal percentage defense.
Defending state champs, Fullerton College, but they have been bitten by the injury bug here in 2019, 2020. This is a team that rattled off 17 straight wins dating back to 2019. It had been a while since they had lost a game, and then they suffer a couple injuries. The last time we were here, they played Santiago Canyon College, who is right now a top 3 seed in the state of California. The last 10 games, they are 5-5. This is not a 500 team in terms of pedigree, but they play in a pretty tough conference in the Orange Empire, and it's an absolute war every night.
Absolutely, and I have to say this has been, I think, one of Perry Webster's finest coaching jobs. To lose two of their leading scorers and still compete and still win. They're in every game. Guys have stepped up. Brian Perry, Devin has stepped up. It's just been, I think it's been a masterpiece as far as coaching. They're always prepared. They play hard. So, they were running through. They looked like they were going to be unbeatable this season. And then the injuries started. Losing Twan Elston really hurt them. He was their leading scorer and point guard for the team. Yeah, Twan Elston, a transfer over from Cerritos. And then it was DJ Houston going down in the Orange Coast College game. That was after the very next game after the win versus Santiago Canyon College, an overtime win here at the Hornets' Nest. We are set and ready to go. It'll be Legend Stamps and Jacob Iman. A couple of freshmen battling at the tip early on. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. The tip is up, and it goes to the Hornets in yellow, working left to right. The Knights in the scarlet red. Up top, Ryan Perry enters in at the high post to Iman. Iman backdoor, beautiful feed to Devin Howland. Great start for the Hornets.
Iman earlier in the year hit the freshman wall just a little bit, but he has battled back down the stretch, and he's going to be a big component of success tonight for the Hornets. Iman in a scrum. It's Howland coming away with it. Off to Perry. Perry assuming lead guard duties for the Hornets after the injuries that we spoke about at the top of the broadcast. Again, high post entry to Iman up top. He gets around Legend. Left-handed hook, that's a sweet move. Can't finish with the left hand. Rebound is off to Nisham Carter. They call him Nas. Huntsberry looking to go baseline. Omaje Smith cuts him off beautifully. That's terrific defense. Last touch by Smith out of bounds. It will stay with the Knights. Huntsberry, Carter, along with Stamps. Dominic Hovas and Victor Uriri. They enter into Uriri, nearly threw that away, did Huntsberry on the baseline, out of bounds entry. Hovas with it on the far side. Hovas enters to Huntsberry, he's in the corner. Pump fake, gets in the lane, again cut off by Omaje Smith. Runner up, no good for Carter. Iman up high for the rebound.
Once again, really solid half-court defense to start the game.
Perry, nothing there. Carter defending, back to Iman at the high post. This is a game that the Hornets want to slow down. Omaje Smith from the top. From three, it's a 5-0 lead early for the Hornets.
Omaje went down for a couple of games. It's so good to have him back on the floor.
part of the team that won it all a year ago at Ventura. Hovas to the rack. That shot up and good. A layup. That one over Ronnie Stapp. Full court pressure being applied. And Coach, you talked about it earlier in the broadcast. This is a tale of two teams, one that wants to get up, turn it into a track meet. Fullerton, coached by Perry Webster of the Andy Ground School of Basketball. They want to control the tempo. They want to make it very methodical, and they want to beat you up.
And they do a really good job of it. They will use the clock, get a quality shot on almost every possession.
5 on the shot clock, and it's a 3-point foul. Carter, see if we have that. As you see Carter just run into Smith on the replay.
And I don't know how many teams could say at this point of the season in the playoffs that there are two guys that barely got any time. And Ryan Perry and Devin Howland are starting and playing significant minutes and contributing. And sometimes that's what happens. You get that opportunity, you take that opportunity, and look what happens.
We talked about the Hornets coming in, winning their first 17 games of the season, 5-5 since, but talked about Smith going out for a couple of games, obviously losing Elston and DJ Houston. Maybe a bit of a blessing in disguise when Smith goes out. You're 5-5. You have a lot of quality wins on the season after the 17 games. Now you get your other guards, Howland and Perry, a few more reps at the guard position. Hovas going baseline, cut off by Stapp, out to Stamps. Huntsberry looks for a pick, rolling his Stamps. That one is going to be a travel by Huntsberry, and let's see that again. Did Huntsberry move the feet? He did.
He did the James Harden step back there.
Yeah, the James Harden. It's not the NBA. This is college basketball. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
They may give you 3, but not 4.
How about the comments the other day by James Harden saying what Giannis Antetokounmpo does requires no skill, just athleticism.
It's hard when you hear footsteps.
I think that's a back and forth really after the comments from Giannis, who was the team captain of the
Correct.
East Coast team in the.
He wanted someone to pass him the ball.
Giannis, yeah.
Right. It was the truth, though. That is the truth.
I wouldn't say he's lying. Stamps with it on the far side, guarded closely by Iman. Iman with the block on Stamps, 16 on the shot clock. Hovas drives the lane, layup up, no good. Rebounded by Stapp of the Hornets. And right now, the Hornets controlling tempo and controlling the boards. Smith enters into Iman, backdoor, and Stapp maybe held up a little bit. Out of bounds, Riri defending. The ball will go back to the Knights. That's one where Iman's just kind of anticipating Stapp's going to be there. He was held up a little bit, but not enough to merit the foul. Playoff basketball yet again here in the 3C2A round 2. Checked into the ball game is Isaac Davis, averaging a shade under 6 assists on the season. That looked like a potential travel on the post. That shot up, no good by Drew Cisse. Rebound off to the Hornets yet again, one and done. Smith head of steam, hesitation move, shot up. Will it fall in? No, Iman on the offensive glass. He is fouled by Micaiah Morris.
I'm sure San Diego City's a team that averages 89 points a game and has scored over 100 points. Over 100 points 6 times, 9 times in the season, and to have 2 with 4 minutes gone.
Up to Iman. Iman with the crab dribble down low, and one fouled by Cisse. Beautiful move by the freshman Iman. You watch this play here, Marcia. That's terrific vision from Perry just to enter the ball in. And that's textbook in the post.
It is. Great physical play by Iman.
Good old crab dribble. We don't see a lot of that now in today's basketball. Iman converts on the and one. It's 9-2. And the Hornets out of the gate quickly here. in the first half.
It's good to see a good old-fashioned post move.
You know I love it.
Yeah.
Huntsberry, near side wing, guarded by Smith yet again. Gives off to Davis. Davis surveying. Great vision. Finds Huntsberry in the corner from 3. That one long. Stapp with another board. That's his third. Stapp wide open. Howland running the break. That one blocked by CCCAA. Out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Knights. It looked like maybe Howland hit that out of bounds. I wonder if we have it. We have a timeout taken by the Knights, trailing by 7. See who touched it here last. Yeah, it looked like it went off of Iman. That's a good call. We have timeout on the floor. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose.
Back to battle here at the Hornets' Nest, 9-2. The Hornets in control early. Huntsberry driving the lane. Off to CCCAA, gets it back from the short corner. Huntsberry gives off, that one tapped out of bounds. 13 remaining on the shot clock for the Knights. Oh, beating your defensive assignment to the spot, hands in the lane. This is typical Perry Webster coached basketball here for Fullerton.
Absolutely. That's why they're number 1 in the state field goal percentage defense.
Huntsberry has that one swatted by Iman. Stapp not expecting that ball, lost it momentarily, and it will go to the Knights as Micaiah Morris comes away with it. Morris off to Davis, has a man in the post. And CCCAA with the hook, and that's an offensive foul on CCCAA. One with the good old Pau Gasol chicken wing. You see there, Marcia, on the replay. That's a great job. Our director tonight, Emery Johnson. Also bitten by the injury bug as of late, but he's battling through it. 14:45 remaining in the first half.
It's really good to see Harrison Bonner back in the lineup. He's been out for the last couple of days. Lower leg injury.
Trying to get him some reps. Marcia, you talked about the coaching job this season by Perry Webster and defending coach of the year in the Orange Empire Conference. Great find from Smith to Iman. Iman stays with it into Kia, maybe a little bit too long. Left-handed shot up and gets a friendly roll. 5 points early for Iman. It's 11-2. Davis, hesitation, backdoor. Hovas, the intended target, tapped out of bounds last by Stapp. It'll stay here.
You know, I'm sure as much as Coach Charlins tried to prepare them for Fullerton, them knowing all of the guys that are out, they probably took them a little light coming in, and it's been hard for them to get going.
Great minutes from Jacob Iman, the freshman, not playing like one, that's for sure. He's subbed in for by RJ Nib, and that one in the middle for Hovas. First bucket in a while for the Knights. Stapp gives off. Perry looking to go baseline. Underneath, keeps his dribble. Oh, he finds a beautiful streaking Bonner, but Bonner missed it point blank. Bonner just trying to get acclimated with game speed. Carter to the rack, and he is fouled by Howland. Sham Carter, they call him Navs, going to the line.
A real physical move going to the basket.
Really puts two defenders in jail there. Howland, nothing he could do except for either back off or hold them. You see the foul committed. First free throw up and good for Carver. Marcia, how have you been? It's been a while since I've seen you.
I've been pretty good. Pretty good. We had an okay season. You know, I wish we were still playing. Actually, we had a really good season. I just wish we were still in the playoffs. But really proud of the effort that my women put forth this season.
We wanted to come out and maybe get a doubleheader, but unfortunately the schedule didn't allow for it.
Right.
So
maybe next year. But I'm really I've enjoyed watching the Fullerton College men's basketball team. No one sees all of the time they put in. You know, we don't see those countless hours these guys put in shooting and working on their game, and I do, because I walk to the gym several times a day. There's a reason that they're successful.
Stamps inside out, gets the rebound after the miss from Davis. Stamps kicks out to Hovas. Hovas out to Davis. Davis with a head of steam. No look. Out of bounds. Intended for Stamps. It's a nice idea, but Davis a lot of control. You see the court vision there from Davis, and no wonder he's among the lead among the leaders in the state in terms of assists. 11-6, 5-point advantage for the Hornets at about the 13-minute mark in the first half. They enter into Bonner. Bonner gives back to Smith, up to Perry. Here comes the half-court trap. Cross-court over to Howland. Howland thought about the three, instead gives off to Smith. Different look now with Iman not in the ball game. Smith fouled. You got to move your feet there.
Right.
It's Morris. Beaten to the spot by Smith. Riri will check back into the ball game.
And Amaze Smith is one of the most physical players I've seen. He gets after it.
He's a player that he's a savvy player. He knows how to get to his spots. And you know, when you get to that next level, Marcia, and I know you are very well versed with that. The players that can get to their spots are going to be the ones that are successful. And it's about IQ at the next level.
Right.
You have all the talent and athleticism in the world, but it comes down to being able to execute when you get to your spot. Smith in a pretty good spot, gives down low to Nip. 3 seconds in the key, probably going to be called, and indeed it is.
One of the gifts of getting older in the game is the ability to be able to think the game. You know, it slows down for you. The value of talking, you understand it clearly.
Yep.
When you're no longer playing.
Communication becomes a matter of execution, and when you can start to combine that with, feel and instinct, you can be one heck of a player at any level in any program. Right. Bonner, that pass, we're going to have a foul called on Carter, and if that's so, I believe that's number 2 on Nas.
I think that's what separates the good teams now, the good teams from the great teams, the teams that communicate, teams that talk. I know it's one of the hardest things to get your team to do.
Well, it's funny because when you jump a level, you go from junior high to high school, you go to high school to college. Smith trying to catch Hovas off guard, gives off to Bonner. Bonner at 12 feet, off the glass, no good. Bonner still looking for his first bucket. Rebound off to Iriri. Huntsberry maybe got away with the carry, back to Iriri. Finish that point in a moment. Hovas gets a screen from Stamps, turns a corner, gets to his spot, maybe traveled. I want to see that one more time here, Emery. It looked like Hovas traveled before he got the contact. There's that. Contact. He was contacted on the leg. That's why it looked like he moved. It's not a bad call. But getting back to the point about communication, Marcia, when you're coming from the previous level, you are usually the best player on your team, and trying to get a bunch of alphas to communicate sometimes is a lot easier said than done.
Very, very true. Very true. But that's the part of the building and the process and creating a culture.
4-point lead for the Hornets. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
Broadcast being brought to you by Wilson, the official basketball of March Madness. Dominic Hovas, freshman guard from San Diego, a chance to make this a one-possession ball game. He'll throw up and good, and he does exactly that, 11-8. 12 to go in the first half. SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage, men's basketball in the 3C2A. Defending state champs looking to punch their ticket up to West Hills Lemoore, side of this year's championship. That's a terrific move down the lane by Ronnie Stapp, 6'7" freshman from Bakersfield. Davis to the free throw line, gives off to Hovas, going baseline, cut off again by Smith. The double comes. Perry gets a hand on it, but he gets to Davis. Ariri gets a screen from Stamps. Ariri, drop step, shot up, blocked by Iman, straight up again. Iman has a couple blocks here in the first half. Perry turns the corner, looking for a streaking Iman. Iman with the right-handed hook. That went a little long, guarded by Huntsberry. Huntsberry now in transition. No numbers, gives off to Davis. Davis trying to beat his man on the baseline, fouled by Perry. Only the third team foul, so it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Knights.
To finish the point about the alphas, people have to buy into roles, and I think that when teams continue to have success and win games, it's because they bought in. You hear that buy-in. What does that mean? That means you accept a role that probably is different than the role you had when you were the lead man in high school.
Huntsberry from three in rhythm, but that one a little long. Rebounded again by Iman. Knocked away over to Smith by Hovas. Smith retains possession for the Hornets. Will they enter at the high post? They will. Like the defense here from Stamps. He's making Iman start the offense well out in front. Perry on a handoff. He'll fire from two. That one a little long. Huntsberry in transition. Fouled and one. Kai Huntsberry. And the Knights want to make this a track meet. You see San Diego City capitalizing on a turnover in transition. And really it wasn't a turnover, it was a missed three that went long, and Stamps able to get them out in transition. Legend Stamps, usually number 44, wearing the number 20 tonight. They had a wardrobe malfunction, if you will. 6'9" freshman center, had some D1 interest coming into the year. He had a growth spurt in his senior year in high school. I was talking with Joe D'Ambro before the ball game tonight. And he said, you know, he kind of reminded me of a smaller Tayshaun Prince, but then he grows about 3-4 inches and fills out into these shoulders, and now he's a big man. So he's got the kind of game where you have that face-up ability, but now they're trying to teach him back to the basket moves. If he can combine those two weapons,
absolutely,
he's going to be a steal at the next level. Coming up on the halfway mark in the first half, 2-point lead for the Hornets. We have a battle here at the Nest. We'll have an offensive foul off the ball. Jacob Iman, and that's Victor Ariri baiting Iman into a freshman mistake. Nib will check into the ball game. Is that Iman's second? No, just his first, but Perry Webster wants to talk it over. Well, Perry, not a big fan of that call. Two guys battling it out, and call goes against his guy, and you expect this to be a physical contest, and the Hornets trying to assert themselves early physically. I think they've done that so far on the boards. Davis, nice move to free himself up. Offensive rebound, though, for the Knights as soon as I say that. Huntsberry has that one poked away. Stapp in transition. Stapp, one-on-one. Ariri trying to take the charge, and he does. That's a tough call here, Marcia. If you look, I don't know if Ariri was set. He is, but Stapp goes around over the shoulder, and I wouldn't say Stapp was out of control. And that's a tough call that goes against him. Look at Stapp here. He goes over the shoulder, doesn't really hit the defensive man in the chest, and Ariri outside of the circle.
That's almost a no call right there.
Yeah, I think that's one where you just let it go, but foul does go against Stapp. 16 foul, so now both teams in the bonus. 13-11.
This is a score and a pace that's good for Fullerton College.
It is. Davis gives off Huntsberry. Ariri at the top. Ariri working on Howland. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Howland with a rebound. Devin Howland was the one who got things started off offensively. He's been terrific on both ends of the floor. Stapp looking to give Bonner a screen. Staggered screen here. Bonner looking for a rolling man and Nib instead Stapp. Oh, that's
nice.
A great find. Inside, Nib with the finish.
What a great look.
Huntsberry thought about the drive one-on-one versus Bonner. I'm surprised he didn't take him and lower the shoulder, test that lower leg. Instead, they give it back out. Carter finds his spot from 15. That's good over Stapp. Back to a 2-point ball game. Hornets want to clear it out, but they don't want to leave a man on an island. Here comes the trap. Howland over to Perry. Perry wide open three. Shot looks good. Just a little bit off. We're going to have a foul on the floor. Davis working against Nib. Great job by Nib getting active on the offensive boards. Looked like he was fouled by Carter. That's his third. Okay, they will not call that on Carter. That instead will go against Darian Norwood. Carter has to be careful working with those two fouls.
You know, it's interesting that San Diego City is pressing and Fullerton is handling it, and it actually, you know, besides the scramble that may occur,
yep. Find another one-on-one for Nib, no good.
Allow them to stay at the pace they want to stay at.
Yep. Davis, left-handed shot up and good. That's a tough shot over Perry. Davis with a couple words for his defender after the finish. Ties it up at 15-0, 7:53 to go in the first half. The momentum trickling in favor now of the Knights. Perry in the corner, finds a little daylight. Nib can't handle that pass from Perry. We have a scrum for it. We're going to have a timeout called or a jump ball. Arrow should be in favor of the Knights, and it will go back to San Diego City. Hyman will check back in. You see the difference down low for the Hornets, and you know, Nib did a pretty good job on the previous layup, but a couple times he's been a little shaky with that ball, and that's the difference between him and Hyman in the low post.
Correct. Guards are doing a good job driving into lane, drawing the defense. He's got to be ready.
Going up on the 7:30 mark here in the first. Huntsberry with it, gives off to Carter. Carter, hesitation move, step back shot is good with some contact. And we're going to have a flop warning called against Nisham Carter. And do we have that, Emory?
I actually love that call. I love the flop warning. Basketball does not need the flop in it.
Agreed. We're going to have some time here. Emory, go ahead and play that here. All right. Keep it here. We'll go ahead and roll it. They're still cleaning up that wet spot. Pretty good individual effort here from Carter, but you see Carter just, yeah. Marcia, that's a great eye. It's unfortunate that, you know, that move is taught now.
Correct.
But it's effective. Howland off to Hyman, and Hyman finishes. Well, when San Diego presses like that, they're trying to speed things up, but sometimes the chaos is going to lead to easy buckets on the other end for the Hornets. We see it right there, back to all tied up at 17 apiece. Huntsberry looking for stamps down low, working on Hyman. Huntsberry in the lane, kicks back out to Davis. 5 on the shot clock. Davis going to have to go to work, make something happen. Spins back right, nothing there. Wards a man off and able to bank one in past his defender, and Davis having his way with Perry early on.
That was a great shot.
Nothing you can do, Bonner.
No, it's the second one he's put in. It looks like he's just throwing it up, but he knows what he's doing.
Agreed. Bonner looking for some space. Huntsberry ratcheting up the pressure defensively. Down low to Bonner from Perry. Over to Iman at the mid-post. Iman thinks about it from 15. Puts that one up and in. Nice touch from the big man, Jacob Iman. And Iman now with 9 points here in the first half. That ball tapped away by Bonner. Here comes Perry, 3-on-2 for the Hornets if they hurry. Howland has that one go off his hands out of bounds. And back to the Knights it will go. Tied up at 19 all. Some helter-skelter basketball here from the Hornets' Nest. Some Butterfingers.
I know. What a low-scoring game, though. 19-19 with 5 minutes to go left in the first half.
I'd say it favors the Hornets, but the Knights have had their looks. Huntsberry into the lane, gets to his spot. He's going to have to get back out. He does. Back to the top of the key. Great hesitation move. Huntsberry inside. Has that one blocked cleanly by Bonner. No look over to Perry. Perry tries to finish up top. Has that one blocked out of bounds off of Bonner. And you see the time off for Harrison Bonner. You see the rustiness. He's had a couple of plays where the speed seems to not be in his favor. He's not caught up yet. That's a great job by Hovas getting up, and Bonner just has that one trickle off of his fingers out of bounds. We have an injured player on the floor, and Kai Huntsberry. Emery, can we take this back here on the replay? See what happened to Huntsberry. He's going to have to slide that one back there. I got you. If you put this in your bus, Huntsberry will come off. And Marcia, can you see what he's favoring? It looks like a lower leg injury, maybe an ankle.
Looks like an ankle.
Right ankle. Yep, that was it. Yeah, you see him come down there. Maybe the left leg.
Yeah, looks like he came down on a foot.
Yep, left leg here, left ankle.
Yes.
They just hope it's not too serious. They can tape him up and he'll be okay. Here comes his zone look, matchup zone look from the Hornets. Looks like a 3-2. A foul called on Stapp. And so that's going to be his second. Stapp extending the forearm. That's an easy call. Both teams in the bonus. So 1-1 for Victor Iriwi.
This has been an interesting game. It hasn't gotten into a flow yet.
Well, you had the Hornets get out to the 11-2 run, but San Diego, the young team that they are, they were able to get back in, chip away, and that's a tie ball game. Chance to take the lead on the made free throw from Iriwi, and they do just that, 29-2. Second free throw is good. It's a 2-point lead for the Knights at 5:12 to go in the first. Will they delay with the trap here from Iriwi? No, they're gonna match it up one-on-one. Bonner kicks out, Stapp, pretty good look, stepped into it, and the three ball good, and the lead back to the Hornets at 22-21. That's a solid offense. You go inside out, and Stapp stepped into one there in rhythm and buried it.
Worthy of that second team OEC conference award.
Stapp's fakes baseline, has that one blocked by Stapp. Said I should have been on the first team.
That was a first team block right
Yes,
there.
it was. Bonner turns the corner, finds Stapp again, and that one out of bounds. Again, Bonner having trouble with the speed of the ball game right now, and Amaje Smith, you suspect, will come in for Harrison. Indeed, he will.
I was talking to Coach Durrell about Bonner, and he said he's just so steady. He's not high, not low, just steady all of the time, and plays with this toughness. Yeah, it's going to take him a minute to get back into the flow.
Assistant coach Tom Gurrell played against him in high school when he was the head coach at Cypress High School. In the Empire Conference, clean block up top. I think this is going to go against Amaje Smith in the body. Indeed, that's the call. Pretty clean up top. Yep, gets him on the shoulder there. It's a great job by Iman, deflecting on the and one opportunity. Instead, going to make him earn it from the stripe. As Riri is 2 for 2 his last time up. The last conference road game in my high school career was at Cypress in a loss at the buzzer. If he goes back and listens to this broadcast, the big player for him during my time in high school at Cypress was Wes Budd.
Okay.
I know I'm just throwing names out there,
all right. Hey, Coach Gurrell does
Coach Gurrell will remember and remember well.
Coach Gurrell does a great job.
1 of 2 for Iriri. Knotted up again at 22 all. 3:53 remaining in the first. Perry turns a corner, kicks it back to Iman, stolen by Havas. Havas waiting for somebody's stop. That's going to be his third. And 1, Dominic Havas.
That was a really tough move to the basket.
Interesting story on Dominic Havas. Completed most of his undergrad at a 4-year. Freshman this season is an all-conference selection. He's a stud. He's a no-nonsense. He's an older kid, but he's the hardest worker in the group, according to the coaching staff.
I have to tell you, at the community college level with 2 years, when you get someone that has experience, that's a veteran, it's so beneficial to your team.
Yeah. Dominic committed to Concordia last week. We throw up and good converting on the end one. This is the biggest lead of the ball game thus far for the Knights at 25-22. Back and forth affair here from the Hornets' Nest. Round 2 coverage of the 2020 CCCAA men's basketball playoff. Bonner back into the ball game, gives it over to Howland, gets it back. Bonner at the top, kicks out. Perry thought about it from 3, instead kicks it back out. Running the baseline is Luka Gelb. Gelb with not a lot of playing time. Beautiful feed to Iman. That pass stolen by Davis. Davis now in transition. 3-on-3 behind the back. Gives off to Iriri. Iriri to the rack. Iman defending. Alters the shot. Iriri gets it back down low, but he fouled Perry. And this will be a 1-and-1. You see Iriri lose. Well, the shot goes up. And Iman did a great job of contesting that shot. And Iriri comes in, takes out the legs of Perry. Perry will have a one-on-one opportunity here.
You know, I think these two teams are going to battle all night and play hard against each other all night, and it's going to get physical. But because the coaches have this mutual respect for one another, I think it's going to remain good, clean, hard basketball.
Teams and coaches very familiar with each other.
Yeah.
They both come from the Bill Brummel School and Andy Ground at Saddleback.
I think they appreciate each other's style.
Covered Perry, Coach Webster for Fullerton when he was a guard before he went to Cal State Fullerton at Saddleback College. Back, I believe, in 2009, I believe back-to-back years, they went up to the state championship. Won their first, I believe, at Cal Lutheran up in Thousand Oaks, and then falling to eventual champ City College of San Francisco in 2010. TJ Lipple, who is now one of the assistants at Eastern Washington. We will have a chance to see him next week up in Spokane. They are going to be hosting Weber State. Broadcast will be on Pluto and 11 Sports. Carter turns the corner. Nice crossover dribble to get into the lane. Ill-advised pass to Stamps. Carter looked like he had a lot of daylight to just go up, flick that one up off the rim. Instead, out of bounds, will stay with the Knights. And a 2-point lead for San Diego City, under 3 to go in the first half. Davis looking inside, has Huntsberry wide open. He's back into the ballgame, but he's off from 3. Bonner has that one stolen by Carter. Davis inside to Stamps. Looks like Davis is trying to get his big man going. Davis with a couple of tough shots early. Hovas, who scores in bunches, can't get the baseline jumper to go. Bonner nearly had that one stolen by Hovas. Instead gives off to Perry. Perry on the far side will slow things up. Nice screen from Iman at the top. Switched on, Stamps, mismatch down low. Bonner steps back to the middle. He has to get out of the key. It's a terrific drive by Howland again. And Devin Howland has been terrific for the Hornets and Perry Webster here in the first half. He's got 4 points. That ties it up at 25-all.
Devin is a great example of being prepared when your number's called.
Next man up. Sometimes the best ability is availability, and well, when the injury bug bites a team, you better be ready, and Devin Howland surely making the most of his minutes right now. Huntsberry into the lane, kicks it back out to Hovas. The lefty with 2 on the shot clock just has to flick it up. It's off of the rim, and it's going to be cracked down by Huntsberry, and a fresh shot clock for San Diego City. Looked like that might have been a travel. Huntsberry looked like he was fouled by Iman. No call. Huntsberry able to get it to go. It's sometimes better to be lucky than good there. They get the fortuitous bounce in their favor, and the Knights convert. Back to a 2-point advantage for San Diego City. Bonner with the ball. Bonner thought about it from 3, gives off instead to Perry, looking inside to Iman, fouled by Stamps. Mike Cepeda, Marcia Foster here from the Hornets' nest. Iman on the front end misses. That one tracked down by Luka Gelb and has that one stolen by Huntsberry. Huntsberry now off to the races, gives up head to Davis. Davis gets it inside, tries to go 1-on-3. Instead, looked like that might have been a travel or passing to himself. Instead, off to Hovas. Hovas is fouled by Bonner. I wonder if we have that again. Well, the rule is if you shoot it and it hits nothing and you catch it, you're the first one to touch. Not going to have it here, but maybe at the beginning of that. Let's watch this again. We'll have plenty of time with the free throw after the wet spot being cleaned up on the floor. Emmer Johnson tracking that down. So does it hit something off of Davis? That's a travel, Coach.
Right.
Perry Webster irate. You see him in the replay.
The only way that doesn't get called is the officials think that someone else hit the ball. Because that was a playground move.
It really was.
And let me tell you, Perry is just as intense as a coach. He was just as intense as a player. I had the opportunity. I was on the staff at Cal State Fullerton to watch him on the men's team.
Yep.
Just nails. One of the toughest competitors I ever watched play.
Well, you had a pretty good notion early on in our relationship that at some point he was going to be a coach. He was, like you said, just a feisty competitor, but also the IQ at just another level.
Oh, absolutely.
Bonner will try his hand at a 3. That one long. Nib trying to track down a rebound. Ariri nearly traveled, able to get it off to Hovas. Huntsberry now up ahead, back to Hovas, and he'll slow things down over to Davis from Ariri. A 10-second differential between the game shot and the shot clock. Davis, no look to Huntsberry, looks off the defense. Huntsberry short on the 3, and you maybe wonder if that lower leg injury earlier in the ballgame may be throwing off his rhythm from deep. Under 10 seconds in the first half. Perry going to have to hurry. He'll get a screen from Nib. Perry, it's another screen. Perry gives off to Nib. RJ has that one blocked by Havas. No foul called, and will go in at the end of the first. The Knights 29 and the Hornets 25. You are watching 3C2A Men's Basketball 2020 edition here from the Hornets Nest.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game. It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
time from the Hornets' Nest. SoCalCollegeSports.com presents 3C2A men's basketball playoff edition in 2020. And the San Diego City Knights, 2017 state champs, taking on the defending state champs, Fullerton College. Right now, the Knights with a 4-point edge at the half. And it didn't start well for the Knights. They found themselves down 11-2, but credit them down the stretch. 27-14 after about, I'd say, the 13-minute mark in that first half, only shooting 28%. 19 total rebounds. Now, early on in that first half, the rebounding edge decidedly in favor of Fullerton. It was one and done throughout. Fullerton pretty good from the field, 47%, but they only got up 21 shots versus 32 shots up for San Diego City. From three, San Diego City 0 for 2 for 5 from beyond the arc for the Hornets, but they're down by 4. And leading the way for San Diego City, Dominic Kovas 5 for 5 from the stripe, 3 of 8 from the field. Sean Carter, you see, with 6 points. Kai Huntsberry with 5. Isaac Davis with 4. Victor Ariri with 3. Leading the way for the Hornets, it's Jacob Iman with 9. Ronnie Stapp with 5. Elijah Smith with 4. Devin Howland with 4. He got things started off. RJ Nib with 2. And Ryan Perry with 1 from the stripe. And, well, Elijah Smith going to have to get going in this first half, working with 3 fouls. He's really the defensive stopper, but operating with those 3 fouls in the first half. Him and Stapp both with 3, so foul trouble plaguing the Hornets, and you see why the momentum shifting in favor of the Knights. You're missing 2 of your key components defensively and offensively for the Hornets. We're a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. This broadcast brought to you by Wilson, official ball of the March Madness basketball tradition. Back in a moment.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
Start of the second half about to get underway, and we'll bring up some scores from around the 3C2A in the playoffs. Citrus trailing Riverside by 10, 52-42, and Riverside, one of the top dogs in the Orange Empire Conference, really a thorn in the side of most teams in that conference, particularly Fullerton. I believe they went 0-2.
They did this year.
Hornets will start off with possession here in the second half, and it'll be Stapp, Perry, Majay Smith, Iman, and Howland. Same starting 5 on both sides.
switch of the defense from San Diego.
Bit of a zone look just to mix things up out of the break. Majay Smith into the corner, wide open. Howland got things started off in the first half, making a triple at the start of the second. Makes it a 1-point ball game. Knights still with the lead. Just underway here in the second half. Nas Carter. Over to Huntsberry. Dominic Hovas can score in bunches. Nice move up and under Iman, but unable to get that one to fall. Rebound off to Perry. Stapp. That one nearly knocked away by Huntsberry. Backdoor. Smith has that one go out of bounds. Nice thought there from Stapp, but a little bit off on the pass. Saddleback down double digits, 38-24 to ELAC. That is at East Los Angeles. Iriri inside, trying to get Iman that fourth foul. Straight up for Jacob. Nice job there. Carter in the lane. Up and under. Another flop. That one not called. Fouled by Havas' Iman. We're going back the other way.
For the most part, Iman's done a really nice job going straight up, staying straight up, not picking up the foul.
3 fouls in that first half. I'm surprised I see so many on the boards. And are we going to have, okay, we're going to have full court pressure here put on. They bring the delayed trap here. Havas waiting for Stapp to cross the center line. Nope. I'll keep it man-to-man. Stapp, inside-out dribble, working against Iriri. And how about Stapp? Ronnie, 6'7" guard, forward freshman from Bakersfield, going to work. Hornets back with the lead at 30-29.
What a nice, strong move.
Havas into the lane, looking back door for Carter. Well defended by Howlett inside. Stamps nearly lost that one. Keeps his dribble. Maybe a double dribble, gets away with one. Iriri goes baseline. Cut off by Iman. Nice job by Stamps. Up and under. Shot up and good at the buzzer. The shot clock and legend Stamps. What a name. 6'9" freshman from Rancho Cucamonga. We have a blocking foul called on Dominic Hovas working against Majay Smith. 2-point lead for the Knights. Early second half action. Mike Cepeda, Marcia Foster with you on tonight's coverage. SoCalCollegeSports.com. Go to our website, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. More full court pressure brought by San Diego City. Stapp looking to enter to Iman at the high post. Iman nearly lost it. Good active hands from Huntsberry. Perry now with it. Gets a screen from Iman. Perry into the lane. Shot up, no good. Looks like there was a foul underneath. Looked like Carter got into the landing area for Ryan Perry. Well, a pretty good look at it here. Perry still down, and you wonder, with Carter getting into the landing area, we'll see it here on the replay. Well, it looked like Carter just slipped into the landing area, but it's tough to see. It looked like Hovas was maybe in the way. Did Carter maybe move the leg to get into the way of Perry? He's looking the other way. I don't think there was anything dirty there, but the foul does go against Nisham Carter. And for Carter, that's his third. Perry up and about. Harrison Bonner will check in. I wonder if he's coming in for the shooter. Coach, we talked about the injury bug plaguing the Hornets. Winners of 17 in a row coming in. I believe it was the Riverside game, if memory serves. They had dispatched, I believe it was Santiago Canyon College. Game that we had here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. They throttle OCC, but in that game lose DJ Houston, and then Dropped their first game of the season, 10-10 since, or 5-5 in their last 10, excuse me.
They had already done a great job. They lost their leading scorer, Twan Elston, had been out several games, and then DJ Houston. And now you have a point guard by committee with these guys. These guys are doing a great job, though.
And really at any level, but particularly college basketball, it's very guard-driven. Perry Webster will be the first to tell you that, but it's when you lose your 2 leading scorers at that point guard position, really makes life difficult. And so much credit to Perry Webster and the job that he has done this season, rallying the troops. Davis, cross-court pass, Iriri. Hesitation move, Smith defending. Smith also operating with 3 fouls. Hovas into the lane, straight up is Ivan. That one off of Smith, it's going to stay here. I don't know if that hit the rim. That shot clock should not have reset. We should be operating with 6 on the shot clock. Instead, it's a fresh clock for the Knights. With a 1-point lead, Hovas kicks it out to Davis. Davis into the corner to Iriri. Nothing there defensively. Iriri's going to rise up and bury a 3. Victor Iriri matches the largest advantage here tonight for the Knights. That one handed off. Huntsberry has that one go off of his leg, saves it from going out of bounds. Stapp, great job warding off the defender in Iriri. Smith in transition will pull up from 3. That shot a little short, took it out of rhythm. Stamps on the other end, couldn't handle the basketball. It's tapped up nearly in by Amaje Smith, who tracks down the rebound.
Just some great action going up and down.
Frenetic pace, and I wonder if Coach Perry Webster wants to take a timeout to slow things down here. Back door, Bonner, free reign to the bucket, lays it up, lays it in. Harrison Bonner, his first bucket. Timeout, Perry Webster, and the Hornets have cut it to 2. We'll be back in a moment.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
Wilson, the official basketball of March Madness. March starts tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. This is the best time of year. If you love college basketball, this is it.
If you love sports in general.
Yes.
You got the combine going on. You have NBA superstars battling it out on social media. And you got March Madness at the beginning of March, end of February. Didn't get any better.
You even have spring baseball.
Emory Johnson, big thumbs up from him. Hariri into the lane, blocked by Iman again. Again, Iman 2 blocks this possession. That one taken away by Bonner.
Great defense.
And the Hornets will take possession, a chance to take the lead here, or at least tie it up. Bonner with his first bucket. Let's see if they can get him going offensively. Stamps doing a pretty good job defensively on Iman. Again, making him start well out in front. Bonner thought about it. Instead, Iman down low, fouled by Davis. And Iman going to the line. Iman 1 of 2 from the stripe. We'll see the replay here. I'm surprised they got Davis. Looked like that was Iriri riding him underneath. Davis isn't even touching him. And for Isaac Davis, that's only his first. Free throw up and good. So 3 of 4 from the stripe is the freshman Jacob Iman. And we are knotted up at 35 all. Got a good one here from the Hornets' Nest. Round 2 3C2A men's basketball coverage. Victor Iriri setting another solid pick, and he's going to induce a foul being called this time by Howland.
This is a really physical game.
You kind of expected it to be that way, considering the coaching pedigree, and the two teams, like we talked about, very familiar with each other. Bragging rights on the line. A bit of a rivalry between these two schools since Perry Webster took over at Fullerton. Ariri, another triple. Yes, sir. Victor Ariri.
I mean, not just in the picks and the defense, but how they're attacking the basket. Both teams.
Oh, the scouting report on Victor Ariri. He shoots the three well and finishes above the rim. Another all-conference selection for Coach Mitch Charlins at San Diego City. I'm surprised with the scouting report being that he shoots the three well, that he's getting as much room as he is. He's rising above. You see the lift that he gets on his jumper. You have to really disrupt that rhythm if you're the Hornets. He has 6 here in the second half, courtesy of the long ball. Hyman at the high post. Muscles his way inside. That's a pretty move. Drop step back to the middle. Finishes with the left hand. The lead cut to 1 for the Knights.
Jake is having a great game.
Hyman now with 13 in the contest.
And Fullerton needs that. Make no mistake. They need that inside presence.
Ariri, a bit of a push off there. Late whistle. Charlins got the whistle in his favor, and he's still in the ear of the referee. I understand why he's upset, because I think the foul came before the actual push-off from Ariri, and sometimes that can be dangerous in the fact that Ariri might get the foul called against him. Havas, great cut and fine. Havas gets the rebound. Jump ball going to go in favor of the Knights here, I believe. Again, Iman was there, but Havas talked about he is considered the hardest working player on this team already with a 4-year degree. He's an older soul, and, well, he leads the way. Leading scorer in the ball game. He is fouled, taking it strong to the basket. Dominic Havas.
Yeah, again, you can't replace that experience. And he's so tough, too.
Committed to Concordia. 5 of 7 from the field. 13 points on the evening for Jacob Iman. We see the stat line right there. Thank you, Emery. Throw up and good for Dominic Havas. And Havas now with 12 points. Gary Norwood to check in for Victor Ariri. Get him a little bit of a breather. Free throw off the mark by Havas, rebounded by Iman. The lead is 2 for the Knights. Bonner turns the corner, kicks out. Howland from 3. Yeah! Devin Howland, his second triple of the second half. He has 10. 2 players in double figures for the Hornets. Davis. He'll try to respond from 3. That's a poor shot. Rebound off to Smith. Smith thought about going down the court. Huntsberry taps that one out of bounds. How about Kai Huntsberry? Nicked up a little bit in that first half, and he is an absolute dog on the ball.
Devin Howland's coming up big in this game. He started off for him. He's knocking down the open shot. He's playing tough on defense.
Started the scoring in both halves. A layup in the first and a 3-ball. Get things going in the second half, and the Hornets with a 1-point lead.
Again, I'm going to talk about being ready when your number is called. He was out last year with an injury, and this year he had to wait his turn, and he's taking full advantage of it.
Smith curls around. Here's a switch. Stamps on him. Smith. Surprised Smith doesn't go to work on the big man. They go down low to the mismatch. Huntsberry trying to defend Iman. That shot blocked by Huntsberry. A job defensively by Kai. Havas kicks back to Davis. Back to Havas. From three. Dominic. Yes, sir! Seesaw battle in the Hornets' nest. And the lead back to the Knights at 42-40. Bonner down the lane. Gets to his spot. Kicks out. Stapp will try from three. It's a truck meet, gentlemen! 43-42. Havas just hit one.
This is what I'm talking about. I love this pace.
About to stand up in here. Davis off of a stagger screen up top, gives off to Huntsberry. Havas just hit one. Another one? No, that one, bit of a heat check for Dominique. Now 4 of 13 from the field. Excuse me, 4 of 14. Howland picks up his dribble in a bad spot. Able to get it off to Smith. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Havas dogging him defensively. Smith gets back to the ball, gets a screen, pulls up at the top. Amaje Smith got a bad shot, had some separation, but can't get it to fall. Huntsberry back the other way. That's an offensive foul. Kai Huntsberry with a push-off. Credit Stapp beating him to the spot. No argument from Mitch Charlins. In fact, Charlins saying, yep, he got him. You see it right there. That's a great job, Emery, picking that up on the replay.
That was great defense. And some bravery, because he was coming hard.
Huntsberry coming down with a head of speed. Well, we talked about him with that lower leg injury. We've mentioned it a couple times now since it happened in that first half. And sometimes you can build up a head of steam, but the ability to stop now compromised. We saw that right there. You maybe want to see a jump stop out of him, but got so much speed going in favor towards the basket. It's tough to stop at a dime. You see him commit the offensive foul with the push-off. So the Hornets with the lead in the ball as Bonner brings it up against Nisham Carter. Bonner gives off. Howland. Smith. That's a nice move by Amaje Smith. Just can't get the finish. Pretty good defense. Talked about the physicality, Marcia. Havas down the lane, gives off to Stamps. Stamps gives off inside Carter. Nothing really doing there. That one blocked out of bounds. Going to stay here with the Knights.
Yeah, it's super physical, and I credit both coaches because these kids are playing tough. They're playing hard. They're going at it, and it's good basketball.
Havas can't get that one to go as Smith corrals another rebound into the middle of the floor to Howland. Howland talked about 10 points in this one. That one poked away by Dominique Havas. He's got the tongue out, layup up and good for Dominique. Dominique saying, hey, I need a breather. And he's going to get one courtesy of a timeout called by Fullerton. They have relinquished the lead, 10:28 to go, 44-43. It's the Knights on top of the Hornets. You are watching 3C2A Playoff Basketball 2020 edition here on SoCal College Sports. Dominique Havas balling out. He's got 17 in this one. And we got about 10 minutes left.
Yes, we do.
Full court pressure on display. Huntsberry has been a menace defensively for San Diego City's working against Stapp. Stapp enters in at the high post. To Nib. To Bonner. Bonner starting to get his feet under him, looking to enter it into the post. Gelb dribbles into no man's land. Nothing there on the baseline. Look off from Bonner. Bonner inside to Nib. Too much passing. Somebody's got to get a shot up. 3 on the shot clock. Nib. That one's short. Bonner tracks down a rebound. It's going out of bounds. Or will foul be called on Harrison Bonner? That's good. No call.
Yeah, no call. That's a good one.
The Knights now with possession in the lead by 1. Under 10 to go in the second half. Davis. No look. Carter from 3. That one off the back iron. Legend Stamps tracks down another one. You see the difference on the boards. Decidedly in favor of San Diego City with Iman out of the ball game right now. Carter. Hesitation dribble. Gets into the lane. Shot up. No good. That was dancing on the rim there, Marcia, but can't get it. Can't get it to fall. Carter going to the line though. As you see Nib shading over with the offensive player in the air. You cannot move like that. They're going to call that every day of the week. 2 shots coming to Naz Carter.
Again, this isn't a game where you want to give up extra possessions.
Well, as cliched as it gets, you know, team that rebounds, commits less turnovers, you know, that is usually the team that's going to win. Why is that? Because it's true.
Because it's true. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It comes down to a matter of execution. And right now, the Knights executing just a little bit better than the Hornets are. Second free throw, no good from Carter, so the lead remains 2. It's off to Bonner. I feel like the rust starting to come off here for Harrison. Got a bit of a better feel for the ball game at this point. Iman with it in the high post, keeps it himself, dribbles back middle, seals off, has that one poked away by Carter. That's terrific defense by Nas. Transition, Ariri, can he finish above the rim? No, and 1! Fouled by Gelb. The scoop shot from Victor Ariri. It's a beauty. Against two defenders. Look at that, Marcia.
Yes.
You see Stapp come down. If that's on Stapp, that is number 4. Are they going to get Gelb?
Ariri makes it difficult because he can shoot the 3, he can get to the rim.
And he got some hops.
Yeah, he does.
Free throw up and good. 48-43, the lead, the largest for the Knights. On the night, 8:53 to go, and a 5-point lead. Doesn't seem like much, but in a game like this, that's a pretty good cushion. Iman has that one nearly get away from him. Able to save it to Gelb. Ariri lucky, a foul not called on him. Smith working on Havas. Spins middle. Shot up, no good, but he's fouled. Put back dunk, no good from Iman, as the foul was called before that. Havas will be whistled as the offending party.
You know, it's interesting. Fullerton's in this game and playing so solid because they're shooting such a good percentage, right? They're 51% from the field.
Well, the problem is they don't take that many shots.
No, they've only taken up to a couple possessions ago just 31 shots. You know, and San Diego City's just not shooting the ball well, which is definitely well, and that has a lot to do with the defense that Fullerton is playing. Again, number 1 in the state. Points allowed. Field goal percentage?
Field goal percent. Well, the field goal percentage really not in favor of San Diego. You look at the line as a team and look at Dominic Havas, leading scorer at 17 on the night for San Diego City. The line isn't great percentage-wise, but the score is what it is. The lead in favor of San Diego.
Right.
Second free throw up and good for Amaje Smith. And the battle-tested sophomore cuts it to 3, 48-45. Huntsberry to Ariri. That one well off the mark. It's an air ball, in fact.
Little full court trap by Fullerton. That was nice.
Make you speed it up. Can make you take shots that you don't want to. Bonner from 3. That one long. Iman battling on the boards. Howland comes away with it. An extra possession for the Hornets. Howland looking inside for Iman. A little bit shaded on the baseline. The baseline now becomes a defender. That's off of Jacob Iman. And they're going to say it goes in favor of the Knights at first. No. The initial read was that it went off of a Knight player, but I think you and I both agree that it went off of Iman. We'll see it here. Is it Carter that comes in? No, it's a Riri and does indeed go off of Iman. That's a terrific overrule on the near side. Perry saw it too. He's not arguing. And Emery Johnson, our director, doing a fantastic job tuning up those replays. Davis over to Huntsberry. Huntsberry hesitates on the three. Havas will try from three. That one's short. Carter riding underneath on Amaje Smith, who comes away with a rebound off the Stapp. Stapp. Bonner. Bonner with some separation off to Iman with the finish! Jacob Iman!
You're right. Bonner's looking like Bonner right now.
The lead cut to 1. And the Hornets' Nest starting to buzz here from Fullerton. We'll be back. Nest buzzing here in Fullerton. The Hornets down by 1 to the San Diego City College Knights. The defending state champs looking to make it back to the state 8. This year it will be in West Hills, Lemoore. We'll have coverage of that for you March 12th through the 15th. The Knights with possession. This is Davis. Isaac gives off to Havas, leading scorer tonight for San Diego City. In and out. And the percentage rolls from the field continue for San Diego City, but they still have a 1-point lead. Bonner off to Iman, again the high post. Back door not there. Here's the handoff. No, it's off to Stapp. Stapp crossover back to his left, looking for Iman down low, and that one poked away by Stamps. Stapp able to recover. Turnaround jumper, no. Bonner comes off from 3. Tough shot, no good, rebounded by Legend. San Diego City a little bit out of sorts now offensively. They want to slow things up. I'm surprised Ariri actually slowed that up when he initially got the basketball.
I think the coach slowed him up. I was watching that because he's been attacking.
Stamps gives that off to nobody. Havas able to track that one down. 3 from Dominique Havas. Make it 20 on the night for the 4-year grad. Can score in bunches, and he has done exactly that. Bonner into the lane, looking to enter into Iman with a mismatch on Huntsberry. Jacob, here comes a double team. Oh, that's a great job by Iman, able to step through it, but he can't finish point blank. Looks like Iman comes up lame on that play. Huntsberry, meanwhile, fouled by Howland. 2 shots coming to Kai Huntsberry. San Diego is 16 of 55 from the field, 4 of 15 from 3. They had the 7 turnovers, but they were dominating on the, well, I wouldn't say dominating. I think total rebounds only by 3, but still the edge in that department is key in this game.
It's the offensive rebounds that have kept them in the game.
Gelb, Luka will come back in. Iman going to come out. I think they want to get a look at him and maybe a bit of a breather. We'll have a timeout called by Mitch Charlage. Full timeout, 5:32 remaining. One more free throw coming up for the Knights when we come back. From around the 3C2A, Riverside on top of Citrus 80-60. 60 West LA trailing Santiago Canyon. Only by 9, so West LA still in that one. Saddleback trailing by double digits to ELAC, 51-40. Tight one at LA Valley between San Bernardino and the Monarchs. One more free throw remaining for Kai Huntsberry. Still on a wet spot on the floor, so they want to get that situated.
The game is definitely taking on a different pace. The buckets are still hard to come by, but they're getting up and down.
Well, credit to San Diego. They're getting more shots up. Second free throw up and good for Kai Huntsberry. Majay Smith will bring it in against his full court pressure. Bonner nearly stepped out of bounds. Able to keep his balance, and he's guarded by Kai Huntsberry. Bonner moves it to Gelb at the high post. Stapp back to Gelb, and Gelb trying to save it from going past the half-court line, able to establish him back inbounds. Off to Stapp. Stapp fouled by Iriri. That's a bailout foul from Victor. Hyman will check in next dead ball.
Checking in for the Hornets, number 10, Jacob Iman. Checking in for the Knights, number 5.
Luka Gelb's another player that wasn't getting much time prior to the injuries and has come in and contributed.
See, the Hornets only 36 field goals attempted in this one. Not a bad clip from 3. 17 turnovers, though. I mean, that's...
Need free throws, though.
That's tough. Yes, they do. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Nas Carter. The screen from Havas gives off to Huntsberry. Davis in the corner looking inside for Stamps. Guarded by Iman. See if Stamps can go to work. Drop step, baseline, brings it back out to Davis. Here comes a screen from Stamps. Iman guarding well. High arcing shot from Davis, no good. Rebounded by Harrison Bonner. That's a terrific defensive possession there from Fullerton.
Defense.
Smith turns on the Jets, hesitates, gets a screen from Jacob Iman. Howland from 3, a third one.
That's
he has the hat trick from triple here in the second half. Cuts the lead to 2 for the Knights.
Great job by Howland.
Devin Howland with 13 in this one. He has 9 in the second half. Carter picks up his dribble, gives off to Stamps. Stamps off to Havas. Havas says, give me a screen, big man. Off to Kai Huntsberry. Huntsberry driving the lane. Scoop shot up and good. Kai Huntsberry.
That was a nice move.
Dazzle from Kai. Back to a 2-possession ball game for the Knights. Under 4 to go. Amaje Smith will try to respond for the Hornets. Off to Iman, gets it back, give and go. We'll have a foul call on Davis. That's good sportsmanship there.
Mm-hmm.
Two sophomores. We'll have a 1-and-1 for Amaje Smith. Marsha, you talked about free throws being so crucial down the stretch here.
Absolutely.
That one, no rim.
You know, and it's going to be about who can play through fatigue when we get to this point. Because both of these teams, like San Diego City has the bench, but he's only played a few guys.
Yeah, they go about maybe 7, maybe 8 deep. You haven't really seen a lot. Riri on the bench right now. Havas working against Stapp. I think he likes that matchup. That's a great move by Dominic Havas now with 22, matching his jersey number on the evening. Back to a 4-point lead for San Diego City. Maje Smith over to Stapp. Stapp, Howland from 3 again. Looking for his 4th. That one off the mark, just off the back iron. Maybe rushed a little bit there, Marsha.
Yeah.
This could be an absolute dagger. Carter pushes off. That's a great job by Iman. You know, he's playing with 3 fouls. Is Jacob Iman. He goes straight up, and he has continually gone straight up throughout the evening.
Carter had nowhere to go on that move. Great job by Jacob.
Maje Smith will enter it into Stapp. Bakersfield native. Stapp moves off to Smith. Smith looking for a screen from Iman. About the defense from Davis. Stamps, active hands. Smith fouls. Looks like he fouled Huntsberry. Are they going to call the foul? It's a borderline technical foul call. Amaje Smith's got to be careful because he absolutely launched that one the length of the court. I think he's going to try and make the case that he maybe put a little bit too much mustard on it. That's dangerous territory.
That was
Amaje
very
Smith.
dangerous territory. It's good that these officials understand what's on the line and
They understand the context here, and they're not going to try. They're not going to decide the game with a whistle. If you think about it, they call a technical foul there, with foul shots coming. That could turn into a 6-point possession.
Right.
Instead, we will have Kai Huntsberry from the free throw line when we come back after this timeout.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
Wilson, the official basketball of March Madness. March starting tomorrow. Look at some of the numbers here on the matchup. 56-52, 2:41 remaining. Oh, Fullerton shooting 47% from the field. San Diego City shooting 31%. Only problem is San Diego City's taken 20 more shots.
Yeah, it's just those extra possessions with those offensive rebounds. I mean, they pressured the entire game, and the Hornets have done a great job handling the pressure.
But the big number that stands out for me is you look at the free throw numbers. I believe it's 15 of 19 for San Diego City. Meanwhile, 10 of 17 for Fullerton. So, yeah, one team hitting at 78%. You got the other team hitting at 58%.
Yeah.
It's a 4-point ball game. And it could have been a couple more free throws. for San Diego City. Had the technical foul been issued to Omaje Smith, but Marcia, you and I both agree that's a good job by the referees recognizing the gravity of this game. First free throw up and good on the front end of the 1-and-1 from Kai Huntsberry.
Most definitely.
To lead out to 5.
Let the players decide the game on the court. It's been a great game. It's been a physical game. It's been a physical game.
Second free throw from Kai Huntsberry. First time tonight I think Huntsberry's hit 2 in a row. The last couple times out he's missed the back end. Smith working on Huntsberry. Hornets trailing by 6 late in the second half. Lyman looking for a backdoor. Terrific job by Davis cutting that off. Howland loses it to Havas. Havas fouled. That should be an intentional foul. I think they want called. Well, in the NBA, that would have been deemed a clear path foul.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Howland's not making a play for the ball. He's trying to grab at the jersey, and I think Coach Charlins absolutely has a case to be made. But they're not going to call it. 2 foul shots coming. Wait a minute, this is going to be a 1-and-1. Dominic Havas, only the 18th foul for the Hornets.
I don't know that they have the clear path foul in men's college basketball.
Yeah, they do not.
And they have intentional fouls, but that was neither. That wasn't, well, it was a clear path, but since they don't have that, that was just a good foul.
A good foul in transition.
Yes.
Front end of the 1-and-1. Havas connects. You hit your free throws for San Diego City. This one's going to be a wrap. Hornets 17-0 to start the season. Their last 10, 5-5.
I just know that the fact that they're here.
They're hosting a playoff game. It speaks volumes to the work they did early in the season. Then they get a win against another playoff team in Saddleback, who's having it handed to him at ELAC. Smith from 3, that one short. And there's going to be a foul here in Dominique Havas. Is Howland doing some good work on the offensive rebound? Well, he doesn't like it, but Havas just going underneath the opposing player. You can't do that. Coach Charles doesn't like the call, but.
In -1 game against Santiago Canyon that they played late and lost big, they were still in every game. You know, again.
That's a top 3 team in the state. I mean, really, there's no excuses for a 45-point win or a 45-point loss. But, you know, you're going to have those games. It doesn't end your season. And oftentimes, unless you're going to run the slate the entire season, you're going to have a game that you just absolutely have to flush.
Right.
And credit to the Hornets and Perry Webster. They were able to do that. Finish the season on a positive note en route to hosting a game here with a win at Saddleback, or versus Saddleback last week, regular season finale.
A little full court pressure here.
And the Hornets will try their hand at it. Be a little tougher here against a team that has about 5 ball handlers outside of stamps. 6-point advantage. If you're San Diego City, milk some clock and get a good shot. I'm going to see Huntsberry just drive it to the bucket. Great crossover move. Nib has that one blocked by Nib, or Huntsberry has that one blocked by Nib. Howland the other way, scores it on a layup. Timeout, Hornets. Lead cuts to 4 for San Diego City. Down the stretch we come in the Hornets' nest. 1:39 to go. 60-56, 139 to go. Well, we knew it was going to be a tight one here, Marcia. We've delivered everything and then some.
Absolutely.
Back and forth affair, playoff basketball. You got to love it. Here comes more full court pressure from the Hornets. Well, last time down, Huntsbury gets a pretty good shot. Just couldn't finish at the rim. And the Hornets able to capitalize in transition off of the miss and cut it to full. See if San Diego can go back to work offensively. Any made basket now, really a dagger. Ariri thought about rising up from three instead of, hey, I'm going to milk some more clock, get a better shot. We got a 4-point lead. 8 to shoot. Havas being bullied. Davis, one-on-one. Huntsbury has to rise from NBA range. We have a shot clock violation.
Great defense.
And the defense rises. And a huge occasion for the Hornets. We'll go a little offense-defense. Iman back into the ball game for Nib.
Oh, look who's back in. Ryan Perry.
Perry's going to have to come in for Bonner. Looking like Bonner may be smarting after that play. Unfortunate, too, because Bonner's starting to get his feet under him. So Perry will come in. Memory serves, Perry hit a couple of really big shots last year in the final versus City College of San Francisco. So he's battle tested, but he loses the ball to Davis. Costly turnover potentially there. Davis gives it over to Stamps. Stamps kicks it out to Ariri. Under a minute to go. It's a 4-point lead, 2-possession ball game for San Diego City. And the Knights looking to ice it here. The Hornets need to stop. Huntsbury turns a corner, gets past his man. Perry commits a foul. And an opportunity for Kai Huntsbury to put this one in the fridge.
Perry hasn't been in the game since he got hurt earlier in the half. Tough situation to come into.
Perry will come off. Back comes Bonner. We'll have a full timeout called by San Diego City. Mitch Charlins wants to calm down Kai Huntsbury. We can make this a 6-point lead for San Diego. When we come back here on SoCal College Sports.
It's more than March. It's kinship, resilience, trust. It's love, a feeling of purpose, pure. It's your ode of honor, a melody of madness, until only one remains. The lights go dim, the crowd's roaring, but it's only you. You are the game.
Look at that performance from Dominique Havas. Got 24 in this one. Playing with 4 fouls. Huntsbury at the line. So this could be a 1-and-1 here. So huge on the front end. Shot up and good for Kai Huntsbury. 5-point lead.
Hornets need a quick basket.
Could use a quick 3.
Yeah, quick basket and a stop. A steal.
Single timeout left. You're probably going to see them, if on a made basket, call their final timeout. Second free throw, no good. That one tapped out of bounds by Davis. He had a beat on it. Stapp has to be careful there. Stapp off to the races. Here comes Havas. Give and go. Stapp to the bucket, looking for a 3. Howland, a rush 3. That one good! fourth triple of the second half for Devin Howland. He's got 20. And the Hornets not done yet. They cut it to 261-59. Don't go anywhere, folks. Devin Howland, 7 of 9 from the field. More importantly, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Trying to will the Hornets.
That was a great set and a quick shot.
It's exactly what the doctor ordered. They need a quick foul here. It would have been great on Davis. Quick foul. They're trying to go for the steal. Instead, they're going to foul Carter with 19 seconds remaining.
That's what they needed. Is it? Oh, it's 2 shots now. It's 2 shots.
I'm surprised they didn't foul Davis. Davis on the season, if memory serves, struggles from the free throw line. Yeah, only 67%. Instead, they're going to get into Sean Carter. Carter, much better than 86%. So a missed free throw here for Nas would be news. First free throw up and good. Money. This for Carter and the Knights to make it a 2-possession ball game. Free throw is off the back iron. Rebound to Stamp. No timeouts remaining for the Hornets. They trail it by 3. They need the triple. Stamp working. Behind the back dribble. Trying to give off to Amaje Smith. 6 seconds to go. Smith to his right. Has to kick it out. No, he's just going to lay it up. They needed a 3. They need to press up here and foul quickly. They need to foul Davis. And this one with only 0.3 left. Well, that's a freshman mistake at the worst possible time for the Hornets. And Amaje Smith was given a free pass for a layup, and he took the bait. And this team and the Hornets, they looked a little shell-shocked there. After the made layup, they needed to foul.
They weren't expecting the layup.
I don't think anybody was. Gives Amaje Smith 10 points, 6 points in the second half. But barring a miracle, first free throw, no good. No timeout, so it's got to be a tip. So this is, we got to get everybody down here. It's got to be a tip situation. They just basically have to tip it to Iman at the rim. Who's got the arm, really? We're pretty much over right now, but Marshall, you never know.
No. This is kind of interesting. Not having
He
any
should miss.
rebounders. Right.
He should miss. He tried to miss. Stapp, length of the court, looking for Iman on the tip, no good. And San Diego City, a win on Wednesday, now a win on Friday. There will be a new champion in the 3C2A in 2020. The defending state champion, Fullerton College Hornets, dispatched in round 2 of the 2020 3C2A playoffs. rematch of the 2017 championship game that saw the Knights win their first state championship in men's basketball. And they move on to round 3. And they will likely take on LA Valley, a small lead over San Bernardino Valley right now. We'll get some scores up here for you in the 3C2A.
Really, really solid game. A good game from both sides.
Well coached, well
Definitely.
played. Both teams really leaving it all out on the court. Coach Perry Webster, disappointment obviously, but has to be happy with the production and the fight that was indicative of his brand of basketball.
Absolutely, without a doubt. I mean, there were players playing that didn't play during that 17-game winning streak, or maybe played minimally, and they were the focus. Devin Howland, you know, coming out making big shots.
Howland with 20 points tonight.
Yeah.
4 triples in the second half. Hyman with 15. Majay Smith with 10. 4 players in double figures, along with Stapp.
Right.
But leading the way, Dominic Hovas with 24 points in this one for San Diego City. And they come in and they knock off the Hornets. That'll do it for our coverage here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. For everybody here at SoCalCommentSports.com, Marcia Foster, Emery Johnson, Jorge Cepeda. I'm Mike Cepeda signing off. We'll see you up in West Hills, Lemoore.